Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, I'm super excited to share something I recently picked up and installed, the MrCool DIY mini split with both AC and heating functions. If you've been dealing with an overly hot or freezing space, this might just be what you need. So let me give you a bit of background. I work out of a garage in Florida, and it gets insanely hot during the summer months. I'm talking over 100 degrees in there. It's a real challenge to stay productive in those conditions. I finally decided I had to do something about it, so I got myself the MrCool mini split. What really sold me on this unit is pre-charged coolant lines. This means I didn't have to hire a professional to vacuum the lines and handle all that technical stuff, which can be both time-consuming and expensive. The unit arrived in two separate boxes. One box had the wall unit, and the other had the outdoor condenser. Everything was neatly packed, and the wall unit box included this super handy wall plate template. Make sure you don't throw that away. It makes the installation much easier by giving you exact guidelines for placement. The box also had the wall unit itself and a remote control. The remote is quite essential because it makes operating the unit so much more convenient. Now let's talk installation. I also bought a wall mount for the condenser because I wanted to keep it elevated and off the ground. If you're mounting the condenser on an external wall and not using a concrete slab, a wall mount is pretty much necessary. The hardware for the wall unit was all included, making the installation process straightforward. The instructions were clear and easy to follow, which was a huge plus. After setting everything up, there were a few finishing touches left. We drilled a hole in the wall to run the lines, and some light was coming through, so I needed to seal that from both sides. A bit of spray foam will take care of that easily. Now let's dive into the remote control features, which turned out to be surprisingly comprehensive. The remote lets you switch between different modes like cool, dry, heat, and fan only. This makes the unit really versatile for all seasons. Given the current sweltering 90+ degree weather, I have it set to cool mode. The remote also has an eco button, which automatically sets the temperature to a comfortable 75 degrees. Though I prefer it a bit cooler, around 73 degrees, it's nice to have that option. You can easily adjust the temperature using the plus and minus buttons and set it to your preferred level. One feature I particularly appreciated is the swing button. Since my desk is right underneath the unit, I initially wasn't getting any of the cool air directly. With the swing button, you can adjust the direction of the airflow, making sure it hits you just right. This is a huge plus for customizing your comfort. The turbo button is another fantastic feature. It boosts the unit's cooling capability to quickly bring down the room temperature. The LED button allows you to turn off the display light if you find it distracting, and the self-clean button helps keep the internal components in good shape. The MrCool mini split also comes with a smart USB controller. By connecting this to the unit, you can control it directly from your phone, adding an extra layer of convenience. This is especially useful when you're away from the remote or if you want to set the temperature before entering the room. Now, let's head outside and take a look at the condenser unit. I opted for a wall mount to keep it elevated, which helps with airflow and maintenance. If you're going this route, remember that local codes often require a certain clearance, about 12 inches in my case, for safety and efficiency. If you're not familiar with electrical work, it's crucial to hire a qualified electrician. Even though the unit is DIY friendly, the electrical connections should be handled by a professional to avoid any hazards. In Florida, we needed an external shutoff box, making it easy to turn off the power supply if needed. The final steps in the installation involved wrapping up the wires and sealing the hole we made through the wall. Initially, we drilled a 3.5-inch hole, which turned out to be too large. A 2.5-inch hole would have been more suitable. Additionally, we had to take care of the drain hose to ensure proper condensation drainage. What's the final verdict? I can't recommend the MrCool DIY mini split enough. It cools down the space incredibly fast, feels amazing, and doesn't take up much room. Plus, it looks sleek and modern, easily blending with my garage setup. If you're in need of a versatile and efficient cooling and heating solution, especially for a space like a garage or workshop, This unit is definitely worth considering. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions or need more details, feel free to drop a comment below. Until next time, stay cool and comfortable.